Carib has pulled out as the major sponsor for Great Race, and the event will return to its original finishing point, Storby. This was confirmed by Tobago representative on the Trinidad and Tobago Powerboat Association, Cyril Collier. But this latest move does not sit well with business owners in Scarborough, who said they've been preparing for the August 19th event. Our Tobago correspondent Patricia Nicholson tells us more.
2 weeks before the Great Race event, and business owners in Scarborough are now being told the event will no longer end in the capital and will be moved back to Storby. Rondell George, who manages Dockside, one of the more popular bars in Scarborough, said they would have spent a lot of money in preparation for the event, only to be informed of this last-minute change.
It's the only thing to kind of help the business in Tobago or in Scarborough, as I could speak, because everything else is already happening on the west side. We all know that. And, you know, we are catering that Great Race this year. We're going to have it again in Scarborough. And we already plan to add some stuff and contribute to it as well.
Owner of Barco, David Mirage, thinks Scarborough will suffer a great loss now that the event is going back to Storby.
Might be a harder trek to come to Scarborough, but the longevity of the races will always be based on spectatorship, and this is the better vantage point. Because not only do you find people congregating in Scarborough, they go from as wide as Signal Hill Lookout to Fort King George, you know, so it's a sad state that they have to revert back to the old-time days.
He said this development would hurt his business because Great Race was the single event that brought the most people to his establishment.
The dynamic of our business changed a lot when the race ended in Scarborough. It is by far the biggest day of revenue for us. That being said, Barcode specifically would have contributed to items within the Great Race. As a matter of fact, we were labeled the official finish line last year by way of involvement, you know. So it is sad to say that although we would have partnered with and contributed to the event, it's now been taken away.
Cassius Gray, who manages the Institute of Marine Affairs, a bar located on the Scarborough Esplanade, said business is already slow for them, and this latest development is another blow to their income.
No Great Race in Scarborough. The Esplanade raising their rent, so it becomes harder for us as proprietors on the Esplanade to see, well, we could survive in this time.
On Friday, confirmation came from Cyril Collier, Tobago representative on the Powerboat Association of Trinidad and Tobago, that the venue has moved back to Storby. He also confirmed that Carib is no longer sponsoring the event and the THA wasn't in a position to fund it. He promised full details next Wednesday at a press briefing to be held in Trinidad. I'm Patricia Nicholson for C News.